Welcome to Communication. I'm Kamina and today we're doing hair talk. Today we're going to talk about the phases of the twist out. Last time we talked about the first two phases of the twist out, and today I'm going to talk about the second two phases. So let's get right to it. So the phases of my fro are split into 4 phases. The first 2 phases are the first week. The second 2 phases are the second week that lead up to wash day. Okay, so let's get into that second week. We've been spending our last week doing low manipulation and no manipulation. We're not doing hairstyles. We're not brushing our hair. We're not combing it. We are just untwisting it with the oil on our fingers, then we're leaving it alone. All right, we're separating our strands with our fingers. We're leaving it alone. We're moisturizing our scalp. We're leaving it alone. All right, that's what we're doing our first week after our twist out. The second week begins around day 7. Sorry, not day 7. Well, it depends on who you are, okay? So it might start on day 6, day 7, depends. But when this phase starts, we're getting into our final fro days, which means that we have a less defined curl. We have little to no moisture, no shine. The shrinkage is setting in, okay? Your fro is getting smaller. As the first week is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then that second week is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, usually. So now this is happening, now you're allowed to manipulate your hair as necessary. Remember, we're not manipulating our hair every day because it's gonna cause a lot of breakage and damage. We wanna just leave it alone, let it be. But now we're allowed to manipulate our hair, of course, with oil-coated fingers, as always. We're going to do things like fluffing our afro, separating our strands, or switch to a new style. Okay, so this afro that I have here, this is after I separated my strands a second time. I did my first separation between day 1 and 6, and I left it alone. And now that I'm getting into my final fro days, I'm allowed to fluff it up more. But anyway, now you can switch to a new style. But before you just go ahead and just switch to a new style, you need to prep your hair, okay? Your hair is probably pretty dry at this point. It's probably lost a lot of moisture. So at this point, you need to moisturize and style. And I will tell you how to do that, okay? You need to use the lock method. There is no better method. Liquid, oil, cream. It doesn't necessarily need to go in that order, but you do need to start with liquid. You can either go liquid, cream, oil, cream, doesn't matter. What I usually use is a little spray bottle filled with water. I might spritz my hair down section by section. I'll add in some oil, just a light coat. You don't need to go crazy with it. And a little bit of some type of cream. It could be a leave-in conditioner, it could be a Cantu cream, it could be whatever you use as your cream for your hair, but that's gonna hold that moisture in, okay? If you don't use a cream, your moisture is not gonna stay in your hair. Your hair won't retain it. So you need to use the cream to make sure it holds that moisture. You're gonna use your liquid oil cream method and do something like a little quick chunky twist, or you're going to do some little bantu knots or braids or whatever you do, you're going to moisturize it first. Now look, if you don't care about still continuing to have that defined curl, you don't need to do a twist out or whatever. You can just go through your hair section by section, liquid oil and cream it, and then style it after into whatever you want to wear it. So this style could be at the pineapple style, when you put it up on top of your head. You could do 2 ponytails. I do 2 ponytails all the time, 2 buns. You could even twist some and then leave some out. Whatever you're gonna do it when you moisturize your hair. Don't moisturize it and then wait and then go back and try to do it. It's just too much manipulation on your hair. You need to do everything at the same time, in my opinion. So this is how you prepare for your final fro days. This is how you prepare for your final hairstyles, your low manipulation hairstyles, that you're gonna kind of put it in that style and then leave it alone for a day or 2, and then come back and maybe change styles if it's getting kind of old. So let's say that your low manipulation hairstyle is the pineapple. So you're going to moisturize, whatever, do a little chunky twist, protect your hair overnight, always, every night, okay? Protect your hair overnight. Then in the morning, when you untwist your twist out, you're gonna use a little bit of oil, put it into your pineapple, leave it alone. Then over the next couple of days, all you gotta do is put your scarf on. Put your scarf on. You may do a little bit of finger fluffing, a little bit of, you know, pull and pull, but you're not doing too much. You're leaving it alone. Then after you get tired of that, whatever style that you were doing, then you can switch to 2 ponytails, whatever. You have about 6 days before you gotta wash your hair, so you might go through at least 3 different hairstyles now. So now you're getting into the higher manipulation, but you don't need to do it every day. You can do it every 2 or 3 days. Sometimes I leave my pineapple in for the full week before I wash it. Okay, so that's it. That's phase 4. You're just refreshing the style. You're doing pre-styling at night to have quick, quick styling in the morning. If you're doing the pineapple or something like that, you're making sure that you you gelled your edges down and all that before you go to bed, and then you tie it up. So that in the morning you're not rushing, because whenever you're rushing to do your hair, it is not going to turn out well. The style is probably not going to turn out well, and you're probably going to end up damaging your hair. So you want to get as prepared as possible the night before when you're doing these low manipulation hairstyles, okay? If you want to add clips, bobby pins, anything like that, make sure you do it carefully, because they do snag, they do pull hair, they do cause breakage. So at this point where your hair is losing its moisture and it's almost time for wash day and it's coming closer to you needing to like give it that revamp, breakage is lurking around every single corner, okay? Every corner. So please be gentle and be patient and be careful. Basically, up until that wash day, you need to moisturize it as necessary. So you could do the lazy moisture, which is when you just do a little squirt with the water. But mind you, if you only squirt it with water, it's just going to keep making it shrink more. You could do an easy moisturization, which is when you use the squirt bottle with water and some type of oil mixed into it, and you just spray it, work it through your strands. Again, if you're not using cream, that moisture is not going to stay very long. So beware. If you're going to be lazy or you're going to take the easy method, remember that you're going to end up having to moisturize your hair again pretty quickly. So if you want to go with the medium method, where you use a scrape bottle with water and an oil mixture and a creamy moisturizer, this is your best bet, and this is going to get you all the way to wash day. And I don't have a hard method because I don't do hard methods. So you want that, go look somewhere else for that. I only do stuff up to medium at the most because I'm a lazy natural. I don't like doing too much work. You're going to do all that up until wash day, and then the day before wash day, you're going to do a little bit of a pre-treatment. You'll separate your strands using some type of oil like olive oil or coconut oil, and then maybe put it in some big twists overnight so that it makes your wash day way easier. Now you've been moisturizing it for the last 2 weeks. You've been doing a little manipulation so you don't have a lot of tangles. Now you're doing a pre-wash the day before you wash it, so you get a lot of tangles out that way. So now the day that you wash it, there shouldn't be a lot of tangles. It shouldn't be a lot of work. It should be take up to 4 hours to wash, condition, and style, or twist or whatever. So, and I think that's a pretty short wash day compared to, I used to take the full 8 hours of my day to do it. So just make sure that you prep your hair the night before you do wash day. And I could do an entirely different video about prepping for wash day, but this is just my quick version of the 4 phases of the twist out. I hope that it has been informative. If you have questions, feel free to comment them below or wherever, write me a message, whatever. And I'll be happy to answer questions. Or if there's something else you want to see in another video, let me know and I will talk about it. Remember, I am not a hairstylist or a hair professional. All I know is my own hair. So I'm just giving you information that I have about my hair, and hopefully it helps you take care of yours. Good luck.